Man, what's going on, my people? And we back with another video, and we here to watch him. DC rapper, good lord, rapper killed while he was walking his dog, man. Man, I hope this was not a drill rapper. I hope this was not a drill rapper to come and come on now. You out here drilling about talking about killing somebody, and you out here dog. You get caught like walking your dog. But let's check it out.
First of the month, fam. It's officially the holidays for the year of 2024. Things getting spooky out here. I'm wishing everybody a safe holidays. And today we're going to the nation's capital. And on Halloween, an aspiring rapper had lost his life while walking his dog broad daylight. It seemed he was camped out on, which we'll later discuss. But it get worse. This young man had lost his life on the same day he was set to go to trial. Ooh. Today we go over this story, present all public facts, pay our respects to the victim, and most of all, see if we can learn from this. But before we go over this one, I want you guys to remember, I don't give you no angle. I just give you the story. So with that being said, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe.
And make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to this video, man. Come on, bro. Press that little like button. It twinkles, fireworks, and some more stuff. And guess what? It don't even cost $1 to support it. So just click it. Click it. Man, I mess with y'all, man. I rock with y'all, man.
Right to it. Fam, today we're going to Washington, D.C. in Northeast, an area that's close to Maryland and just separated by a light. A neighborhood that's called 58th. That's also the community for one of the most famous basketball courts in the D.C. area. A basketball court that's known for talents like Kevin Durant, who grew up around the corner on Addison Road in Seat Pleasant. But unfortunately, fam, we know how life works. Everybody don't get to make it out. Fam, me, Trayshawn S.B. also go by the rap stage name 3 commas. 29 years old, and is also from this neighborhood.
Out your motherfucking house right here, nigga might be standing over top of a nigga, you hear me, knocking his noodle off. Nigga went in an abandoned house, found 70 bands, we ain't seen him for a year. I nuts a little bit. Let's get it, man. It's big motion gang. We have a heavy rotation, tapped in with the real MVP TV. Yeah, we the ones put the paint where it ain't. When you come on the north side, tapping with the motion gang, man. We have a heavy rotation. Nah, for free. I know what's going on. We around 58, man. It's the first house, man. 518 59th Street. It's the first house I moved around here. 06, I was like 11 years old, you hear me? Me and my little family, you know what I'm saying? That's where it all started at, you hear me? I went to HD down the street, and nigga ain't have to take no bus and for real, for high school and shit. 11 when I moved around here, you hear me? Before I moved around here, I was living up Edgewood, like shit cool up there, good vibes up there, but when I moved around here, it was a whole different ball game around that time, you hear me? Shit was really trenches. My first or second day living around here, my mother had some friends that lived right up the street up Clay Terrace. A nigga just got smoked out here, you hear me? The day before we moved around here, so...
Look, let me tell you this. I don't care who don't want to hear this, man, but none against him. But, bro, for the people that think you got to live like this to be something, you don't. You don't got to live like that to be something, but it do be interesting when people be, like, doing this type of stuff. That's why it draws a lot of attention, but... Bro, it's other ways of getting to it. You can do this, like do things in positive ways. You ain't gotta be beefing.
My mother friend kids and shit had us go up Clay Terrace one time, and that shit was y'all like super militant, like it was shit going on. You hear me? Back then, it was really shit going on. Like you couldn't just be walking through everywhere. You'll get your ass jumped. You'll get your ass, especially as a youngin', you get your ass jumped. It be shit going on. Niggas beefing, woo woo. As a youngin', you hear me?
And then when do you think it started like affecting you type shit?
Started affecting me immediately, you hear me? Because I had to figure out my way. When I moved out here, it was like, what I'm going to do? You hear me? What I'm going to do? I started pumping gas. I was like 11 years old. I was pumping gas, trying to get some little money, just so I could, you know what I'm saying? Be the nigga I am, try like look sweet, like that, you hear me? Because when I moved around here, I wasn't claiming around here. I was claiming Edgewood, you get what I'm saying? I was a youngin', you hear me? That's all I knew was Edgewood. So when I got out here, of course it was, who you? What's up with you? Oh yeah, I'm from Edgewood. Oh yeah. We about to check his temperature, John. try to like get all over him, you hear me? All in all, niggas stood tall through that shit,
like,
you hear me? Got through that shit. I wasn't going for none. I done went to plenty schools, niggas trying to do what they do, you hear me?
So what's it like trying to maneuver through DC type shit? Because when we think of DC, you just think of White House, president, all the good shit.
Nah, if you know, you know, you hear me? You gotta play them mirrors out here. You gotta like really be on point, you hear me? You see, I can't even really look at the camera because we outside. I gotta like keep, you know what I'm saying? Checking the nigga temperature because everywhere you turn, you don't know where it's coming from, you hear me?
We gonna take you to a spot that's not hella on the open type shit.
No, we good right here. It's wherever we go, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be like that. That's the city for you. You get what I'm saying? You never know who's spinning that bin, who in them cars, who behind them 5% tents and shit. You just gotta be ready for that shit, you hear me?
Somebody always wanna get in the way.
I'd have picked up my camera and got the hell away from him. Hopefully he ain't paid for me to come there. Boy, my dog. Oh, shit. Here you go. Take your money back. I don't want to deal with this.
You following somebody.
That sounds like Baltimore. That's Baltimore. It's like what he
watch,
just said.
man. That's where street ball league at, you hear me? Last shit went down on this one street, you hear me? First wreck used to be right there, you know what I'm saying?
Now, 3 Commas is an inspiring rapper, hundreds of thousands of views on YouTube, but what come with that? The diss tracks, the hopping in cars, smoking the dead, and even if you on that, that's gonna catch up with you. I'm not saying that's how he lost his life, but it's my job to present all public facts, and that's how he was rapping.
Right.
You can hear it in tracks like Vultures, released 2 years ago, with over 100,000 views and counting, featuring another artist that's known in the DMV area, Lord Dude.
I almost put shit on his head, he was live. That Drake will be singing like Take My Breath.
The video was shot in Clay Terrace, a neighborhood located in Northeast DC. This is a neighborhood where the rapper Lord Dude has been hanging for years. A housing complex that have a lot of one-way streets, alleys, and cul-de-sacs. But I want to put things into perspective. DC is only 10 miles long. And because of that, sometimes you could be guilty by association. Rapping with somebody now you ain't heard they beef because you was with somebody they was dissing. And that's important because I'm doing my research and I'm noticing a picture. I check the comments out. I see Lord Dude comment. Then another alias page have responded just 4 weeks ago quoting, "We gonna have his ass crying in a minute." And that was 4 weeks ago, as we just mentioned, under a picture who, obviously from DC, decided to respond to Lord Dude's post and possibly had beef with him and could have took it out on him. Now, 3 Commas got a younger brother who been in the trenches heavy. He 2 years younger at just 27 years old. His name Kevin S. Bay, and he been arrested since 2017, serving a 25-year sentence since the age of 20. It was for a case where his co-defendant had told on him. It was only 2 arrested. They did an armed robbery and a carjacking in 2017, according to the testimony in a 2-day trial. On the night of December 13th, 2017, Marthago Anthony went out of his home to retrieve something from his car, which was parked across the street. As he opened the car, 2 assailants, both wearing masks and carrying handguns, ran up on him. He fled on foot, but tripped and fell at the end of the block, and the men caught up to him. The first man to catch up with Mr. Anthony, identified later as Tavon Wright.
Hey, what he said? He said you gotta be on point. Boy, I couldn't do it.
I went through Anthony.
Bro, check it out. I'm the biggest square you know. Alright? I ain't got no dealings with it. Yo, I honestly don't. I don't got no dealings with none of this shit. Homeboy snitching on you. They gotta keep looking on it. Man, it's money into it, but it's too big of a risk to me, boy. No money, no risk, no reward. I take no reward, man. I take no reward.
Catch up with Mr. Anthony, identified later as Tavon Wright. Tavon went through Anthony's pockets, but when Anthony told him he didn't have any cash, Tavon struck him with his gun. Kevin S. Bay arrived next. The 2 men took Anthony's cell phone, wallet, and asked for his email address and password so they could access his phone. Ooh. According to testimony, Kevin held Anthony at gunpoint while Tavon went into Anthony's car. The 2 assailants were wearing gloves and drove off. Kevin went into the passenger seat. As the 2 men drove away, radio reports of the carjacking brought the car to the detention of another officer who began following them, verified the tag number, and pursued them over the border into District of Columbia, where they crashed the car into a curb. And just an FYI, fam, a lot of people when they getting chased in Maryland, they try to get to the DC side. Or they getting chased in Virginia, they try to get to the Maryland side. Because normally the police can't chase you in another state. So Kevin and Tavon tried to get from the PG side to the DC side. Coming down Addison Road, they hit Deanwood, a subway station to the right and a rec center to the left. But they keep straight, not knowing you have to slowly stop to make a right then left. They go straight, crash into the curb and the fence of the owner who was there. They hopped out, tried to jump the fence, but police got him. A semi-automatic handgun was recovered from Kevin, and a pair of latex gloves were removed from his hands. Anthony's cell phone and watch were recovered from the scene. Anthony logged into his Instagram from his phone a few days later, and the app was open in Kevin's account. When Anthony went to the police impound lot to retrieve the belongings from his car, the car itself was a total loss. He found latex gloves in which he never seen there before. Fast forward 7 years later, on August 8th, 2024, Kevin's older brother, 3 Commas, would get pulled over. Real name Trayshawn. He would be in possession of cannabis, a registered firearm in illegal possession, illegal ammo, and a charge with loaded handgun on person. 2 days later on the 10th, he had posted a $2,500 bond. The next month on the 12th, 3 Commas had a preliminary hearing where he pled not guilty. He was taking it to trial, but his trial date was set on Halloween, 10/31/2024. The morning of his trial, 3 Commas got a J and his dog and walked him out front. But this time he wasn't in his neighborhood. He was in the comfort of his home, and some would say having an upcoming trial could have exposed his address. He was on the 900 block of Atlee Drive in Hyattsville, Maryland, only a half a mile away from the FedEx Stadium, where the 6-2 Commanders play. And as 3 Commas was walking, he was ambushed and shot multiple times, with one landing in his face. May he rest in peace and love and condolences to his family.
Yes,
As mentioned, it was broad daylight at around 11 a.m., and especially to his 3 kids. Now, it seemed the alleged perpetrators had blew up the car they did the drill in, with Trayshawn, a.k.a. 3 Commas' sister, quoting, "They're jealous."
Off the top at 6, the search is on for a gunman after...
All right, come on now. Jealous. Come on now. Let's be real. He in the streets. That's what he is. He was in the streets.
Deadly shooting in Prince George's County.
Shots ringing out this morning near the home of the Commanders. Take a look. The shooting happened just before noon on Atlee Drive. This is around half a mile from Northwest Stadium.
We've learned the victim is a well-known artist in the D.C. music scene. Fox 5's Bob Barnard is live in Hyattsville tonight with the very latest. Bob.
Prince George's County Police say they have not identified a suspect or suspects as of right now. For the murder victim's family, it's a loss that's hard to make sense of.
Oh, is it?
He was good. Father of three boys. He was the second oldest of my mom's 4 kids. We just lost our mother a year ago to cancer. So now having to deal with this is heartbreaking.
Sedana Sparrow is speaking of her brother Trayshawn, stage name 3 Commas, a rising star in the DC music scene. This one of his rap videos available on YouTube. Trayshawn was shot and killed this morning here in the 900 block of Atlee Drive in Hyattsville, just before 11:30. Police arriving on scene say they found a man suffering from multiple gunshot wounds. They say despite life-saving efforts, the victim was pronounced dead on the scene. More than a dozen of Sparrow's relatives and friends gathering in the neighborhood. Not sure exactly what happened, but they have their suspicions. Any idea why someone would want to hurt him?
Because they jealous. My brother was up-and-coming rapper, doing his thing, stayed out the way, light-skinned, getting money, doing what he needed to do. They was hating.
Neighbors say they heard multiple gunshots this morning, shocked at what they then discovered. Did you hear anything else besides the gunshots? Any voices yelling or anything?
I heard nothing. It was just the gunshots. I thought it was fireworks at first. That's typically, you hear it, and then it just kept going. And I was like, those aren't fireworks.
How many gunshots would you say?
About 15 to 20.
Police say they're still searching for suspects and a motive in the killing.
Right now, the city, we dealing with a lot. So it's sad, but that's the world we live in right now. And they know whoever did it, karma's coming.
Police ask anyone who has any information about this case to call Prince George's County Crime Solvers. That's at, that's at 1-866-411.
He was smoking gas before this. He was smoking gas before this thing. Look at this. Check it out.
Excuse me, that's at 1 to call Prince George's County Crime Solvers. That's at excuse me, that's at 1.
I was smoking that gas with it. But hey, man. If I was outside, I would tell anybody that I'm close to, I'm not. If I was outside, I would tell them I'm not living. I'm not living right. And please don't throw that perception out there as if I am. Let people know, like, yeah, he was outside. That's all you gotta say. He was outside. And that just says it right there. Like, you ain't gotta make me seem like I was a child of God. You ain't gotta make me seem like I was innocent. And you ain't gotta make me seem like that. Let him know I was outside. He was outside. He was doing him. You take it how you want to take it. That's all you gotta say. Now, if you want to say I was outside doing things I ain't had no business doing, you can say it. But if you don't want to say a lot, just say that. That's how I would feel like. Because it's no point of sitting up there saying like you was jealous. I don't know what he did in the streets, but if he dissing ops, they far from jealous. They just at war.